Behind me is a little house that's been condemned and foreclosed. I've never been in this house, and we're gonna open those doors and we're gonna walk in, and I don't know what we're gonna find. I don't know what this is, but this looks like diapers. Those are diapers. Chilly. I don't know what I'm sitting on, but it doesn't look pretty. Okay. The first thing I'm going to point out is some of you guys are getting into demolition. You must always do a walkthrough on a house, because you will be surprised at what a house like this may hold. So let's go check it out. That's a pile of bones. At the end of this video, I'm going to teach you how to price cleaning out a structure like this, and then I'm going to share with you an insider's technique that will allow you to be able to do it in half the time and half the cost of a typical clean out crew. That's not a good sign. Oh my god, I bet that's dirty diapers hanging right there. Oh. Alright, in the comments down below, take your best guess as how many times I almost puked trying to make this video. Okay, I'm now climbing up a pile. Oh my god, the smell. Looks like they liked Pringles. One of the things that you got to worry about in a house like this is needles. In all honesty, this doesn't surprise me. The smell, if you can imagine what the smell is like with bags of rotting food, this has to be cleaned out before you can demolish the structure. This has to be removed prior to demolition of the entire building. For recycling purposes, you can't mix construction debris with garbage. Let's see what else is in here. I'm literally standing on 3 or 4 feet of garbage. This is an 8-foot ceiling I can touch. This whole thing right here, this is dirty diapers. Holy crap. I couldn't even find the kitchen. You guys wouldn't believe it. I didn't even think that was a kitchen there. I thought that was a wall of garbage. Full hazmat suits to get this place cleaned up. Full gear, full respirator gear. I know what my future son-in-law is going to be doing for the next couple days. What you didn't get to see earlier is I literally fell through the garbage and hit the subfloor, reached down, picked this up. This is just a bag of cigarettes. Just a random bag. Just a random bag of cigarettes. That's like a moat of diapers. I don't know how I'm going to get across there, but I've got to. I don't even know how big this house is. That's a kitchen. I don't know what's there. I don't know what's in the bedrooms. This stuff is shifting underneath my weight, but probably doesn't help. I feel like gagging. Why? Why do I feel like rotting cans of cat food? Chili. Okay. I'm surprised there isn't any wild animals in here. There's got to be rats in here. There's got to be. Rats don't scare me. We got to get across this moat of diapers. And I was going to reach up and grab the ceiling, but the ceiling is covered in feces where they would balance as they were going across. I'm now literally standing halfway up the refrigerator on garbage. I've just made a discovery. This place still has electricity. I would have never imagined that the lights would still be on in this place. That means this was recently abandoned. Just because it's got electricity doesn't make the smell any better though. I heard the refrigerator running. Do I dare? It's sealed shut with grime. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ah! Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry. I don't mind animal waste, but when it comes to human feces, bags of cigarettes. I gotta be careful touching the ceiling because the people that lived here before, this was the journey they would make every day. You gotta understand, this is how they got around, and they were grabbing hold of the ceiling. They don't have access to running water. They couldn't have access to running water because when you look at the sink is full, so they never washed. And when they never washed, all their dirty diapers are here. They would reach up and grab here to get around. And this is literally how they lived. So this was an everyday journey for them, crawling through the house like this. And which I don't understand, how could you have adult diapers and be that mobile? All right, that's a hallway. I'm gonna go see what's in there. I know there's a bedroom, and I know that's access to the basement. Okay, so this is where they stored their cigarettes. How many hours would you sit in this room? The feces, the smell of feces in this room is absolutely overpowering. This, I assume, is the spot where people would, I don't know what I'm sitting on, but I know, but it doesn't look pretty. They would actually sit right here. This could be the only place in the bathroom, and they would smoke cigarettes because there's a pile right there of cigarettes. There's a pile of diapers literally covering the shower door. The things I do for YouTube. I'm out of here. I just touched the top of the bathroom door. You wouldn't think that's a big deal, but these people couldn't have washed. Water wasn't an option in this house. And so they'd get around by walking just like I'm walking. And they'd have to grab hold just like this. And this whole door top is covered in, just use your imagination. It's an adventure. Basement. Down we go. Down we go. Smell gets worse. Oh, really bad. Bedroom. More diapers. Rat and mice feces. Ceilings caved in from, probably just from the wet, from the moisture. Because that's where all the diapers are stockpiled up above. There's a mattress if anybody needs one. All right, here we go. It's wet. The air is so thick and musty, it's very difficult to breathe in this house. What is that? Ham? Diapers. Oh, there's some hair. I don't know what kind of hair that is. I'm not making this up. This is where people lived. I don't know what's back there. I hear something. And what is down here? This looks like the room. Lights. No. This looks like the room. Are those dog bones? Literally, that's a pile of bones. There's two distinct odors coming from it. There's in the basement down here, there is this distinct musty, moldy odor, which I thought was the worst of the two. Oh, but it's also mixed with rotting food that's on the floor. But then as I go upstairs, it switches. it turns to this strong urea odor, just like feces. So I just stepped on something and it squirted up my leg. Walking over, this is all diapers, but surprisingly solid. Ah, touch the ceiling. Ah, diapers on my leg. They finished off all the Pringles. Dang it. Now, a typical clean-out company would base a job like this on time and material. How many dumpsters will they need on this site, and how many man-hours will it take to do the clean-out? On a job like this, you can estimate about 70 man-hours and 2 dumpsters needed. So a typical clean-out company would charge around $6,000, but that would not include any hazardous materials. Now, I promised you an insider's tip, so this is how I would do this. I would peel the front of the house right off. I would peel the roof of this house right off. And then I would just use my excavator to do all of the cleanup, so my guys would have to actually handle very little of this debris themselves. Now, the dumpsters would stay the same, but the time to clean it up would be reduced dramatically. Right there. Oh, just a random bag. Just a random bag of cigarettes. The feces. Chili. I don't know what I'm sitting on, but I know I don't know what I'm sitting on. Diapers.